Hello.
Hi again. Isn't it funny we have to say like we do 3 episodes and we're doing hi every time?
Hi.
Like we haven't been
Absolutely.
having like different conversations between them all.
No, they don't. I mean, they know if they're watching us, they know that we're in the same clothes. They know that it went
Yeah.
bump, 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 bump. They know. But if they're not and they're just listening to us, they don't know until
Although
you say that.
sometimes you might not know if you're watching because I may sometimes be in the same hoodie or t-shirt a couple days in a
That's
row.
true. That's true.
It's fine.
I mean, I wear about the same clothes, not every day, but like throughout the week. So you might not
Yeah,
know from me either. I
same.
just I felt really icky after the gym today, and I was like, I gotta shower and redress. I'm not loving this. So that's what I
Yeah.
did.
I
Yeah,
feel sweaty. I don't want to look sweaty.
yeah. Ugh, nobody wants that. Okay, so today we are going to talk about the Fox Hollow murderers. It is it's called Fox Hollow Farm, where the murders took place. His name was Herb Bert
Um, what was his last name?
um
They said Herb like 8,000 times, so I'm
yeah,
like
Herb Baumeister.
Baumeister. Okay.
Baumeister, yeah. He was a local businessman in Indiana who was believed to be a serial killer. So, little backstory, he killed himself before he was ever charged. Um, he told his lawyer that there was a note for his wife behind the family picture in the den, and there was some other things that was going to be found for after he died. The police do not have these things. They were not given these things. They have no idea if that's actually accurate. This is just what
Yeah.
Herb told his lawyer before
Over the
he
phone.
killed himself over the phone before he killed himself. Um,
Right.
Also, the time period the murderers are believed to be taking place from the late 1980s to the early 1990s. The location was Fox Hollow Farm, a 19-acre estate in Westfield, Indiana, near Indianapolis. The victims of Baumeister killed at least 11 to 16 young men. Many of them were seen at gay bars in Indianapolis. Discovery in 1996, police began investigating Baumeister after his teenage son found human bones on their property. The search of Fox Hollow Farm uncovered thousands of human bones and fragments. They found over
Like
10,000 bones.
10,000. Yeah.
Yeah, not 1,000,
Not just a couple
10,000.
thousand.
Yeah,
And
10,000 bones.
they admitted that they probably most likely don't even have half of them collected or
Yes,
found.
yes, or tested.
Right.
After Baumeister killed himself, because nothing ever came of it, no one was ever charged, there was no one to point the finger at. They kind of said, um,
Well, they kind of
they didn't kind of
they
say,
just
they
gave
said
up
there
and
was,
said
yeah, there was
Herb
no
did it and he
more,
killed himself. Right.
yeah, there's no more reason for us to even look any further. If people want to be identified, their families can foot the bill. So basically, in my head, you're telling me that the how the justice system works is that you have to have someone to point the finger at for you to actually get the answers so that they can be fined and be repaid, which makes sense, but at the same time, super
Well,
shitty
not
for
to
the
me because
people.
it's like the victims and the victims' families still deserve for their
Closure.
bodies to be at least found and
Oh,
located
absolutely.
and identified.
But that all costs money. And
And I
they don't
get
they
that.
don't have someone to be like, hey, now that you're convicted of this murder, you're also going to be fined X amount of dollars to help replenish this thing. So I mean, I get it,
Right.
but at the same time, it's really shitty.
Right.
Thankfully, the coroner said Absolutely not. I'm going to find another reason for us to reopen up this case.
Right.
So, the homeowners, Herb's wife, Julie, moved out of the house. They sold the house. They person bought the house and had no idea about the murders whatsoever. They just wanted the farm for the horses that they have.
So he
And
says.
Brittany has other ideas about the homeowner now. I kind of see it, but at the same time, if you're going to have this estate and it's going to be a very hot topic, especially in your town, you should probably know something about it. I can see that 100%.
Oh,
The weird
yeah.
the weird part is when he starts writing a book about it and then on top of it has shows about it and then has paranormal people come and be about it as well. That's when it becomes all icky and
I thought it
tasteless.
was weird and icky him saying that Mark,
Oh yeah, Mark
whatever his
Goodyear. We
name is,
haven't even brought him up.
Mark Goodyear, right.
Okay, so Mark
So
Goodyear
a little before
also,
thing,
yeah,
but him calling him a hero. If
yeah,
you watch this
yeah.
series, that is an odd thing to say.
That is a very
I
odd
don't
thing
know.
to say, especially about somebody who the only reason why they even went and started noticing anything about these murders is because Mark Goodyear went to the cops and fabricated his story saying, I'm the only one that survived. He tried killing me and
Right,
I never left, even though I
right,
had plenty of opportunities to leave. I never left, but you have to go and see what's happening on this farm. And so their
right.
theory was that, or what they were told, was that he's killing these people in the pool and then dragging their bodies 200 something yards from the pool inside the house to where all the bodies were found. What?
In a heavily, heavily dense
And wooded
wooded,
area. Yes.
like heavily, like you cannot drive a four-wheeler
No.
or something to help you. Like you know.
Yeah. No. It's very bizarre. It's very bizarre. Um, so then Mark Goodyear did lots of interviews and then he kept adding things. And um hero is definitely not what I would say. Uh, but
No,
the homeowner did say, I can't I can't word what I'm saying without making it sound like I am accusing Mark of being the accomplice because it does not look good for him. And it doesn't. Each time he
no,
comes up with
not
all
at
these
all.
stories and they always say he's a really good
It's almost like he
storyteller.
wants to be portrayed as the accomplice also. Like,
Yes. And what was his riddle?
or
I'm not a victim. I'm not a murderer. I'm
then
not
who am I? Or
yeah,
no,
I'm
not a murderer. He's
accomplice.
accomplice. I'm not
I'm
an accomplice. I'm not a
victim.
victim.
I'm not being attacked. What am I? You know?
In my opinion, here's my conspiracy theory that I've made up.
Just now.
And I'm saying that I made it up because, obviously I
Just
don't
now.
fucking know, but
No.
just my vibes
Mhm.
of Mark Goodyear. It feels like, here's what I imagine in my head. What if he is the
Rebel.
mastermind?
Hmm.
Herb, because mind you, Herb was married. This was in his
Hmm.
family home.
Hmm.
His wife would go out of town with the kids, whatever, and then he would be there. So my theory is he
And
had,
secretly gay, right?
right, right. So he was having an affair, having affairs with men and going to gay bars and things like that. So my theory is he meets Mark Goodyear. Obviously, he's hooking up with him, whatever. Mark Goodyear kind of gets him into these weird, different things as far as like role playing and things, because
And
there was the story of them kind of
strangulation.
role playing. Well, whenever that man was shot, is what I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah,
But
yeah.
they were like in different outfits and
Yeah.
whatever. So I think maybe it started off innocent, like just kinky, maybe like things like that for Herb.
Yeah.
And then it could have gradually spun out of control. And obviously Herb didn't want his wife to find out that he is having an affair with men.
Yeah.
An
Not
affair,
only am I
period.
cheating on, yeah, not only am I
Right, but
cheating
I'm
on
also
you.
gay. Like,
Yes.
so what goes through my head is Mark Goodyear is so odd and so freaking he just sends chills down me. I don't know. There's something weird
Totally.
about him,
Yeah.
obviously. But it's like Herb killed himself to
Shield.
keep his secret,
Hmm.
shield his family, all those things. Like, I don't believe Herb was innocent or like, like he was just
No. Yeah.
whatever. But I do not believe at all that Mark Goodyear is completely innocent. I feel like there is
No.
definitely some sort of, I don't even know. Like
Yeah.
he started this in some way or I don't know. If you have not seen this, you have to watch it because
Yeah.
I said this to my husband too.
It's
I
very
was like,
weird.
it's odd for him to be on, like, not very many times do you watch a documentary where like the world believes,
Yeah.
including in my belief, I believe that the producers and everything believe that Mark Goodyear has something to do with it.
Oh, totally. Everyone believes it. If
And
you
there's
if
no
you if
documentaries out
you
there like
don't
that.
yeah, if you don't question it,
I have
I mean,
questions for you if you don't question
yes.
it. I
Yeah,
mean,
like it's not as clean as it looks. And these stories are, and then he like, I'll tell you that another time. What do you
and
mean?
he's just not mentally there.
There. Yes,
There
he's
is
not
something
there
off
there.
with this man. I
Yeah.
genuinely like him. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So it says there are no records of Mark Goodyear being a suspect in the Fox Hollow murders or being associated to Herb Baumeister during these crimes. Hi, baby. Happy nappy is over. Wow. Um, and then it says Goodyear knows too much about the murders and the technique of how Herb killed everyone. It's interesting because he knows too much.
To me, it felt like a lot of times it felt like when he would describe things, it was like he would describe things in such a slow, weird motion that it felt like would like he was almost describing like what he did. I keep saying
Yes,
like because I'm trying to find the words,
literally and
but it
like.
felt
Those are our words for today.
yeah, yes. Oh my gosh. At least they're in different episodes.
Yeah.
But it to me it felt like he was really describing things that he was either present for and witnessed or that
Or
he was
involved with.
himself.
Yes,
Because like he would even
absolutely.
describe the way Herb would tell him how he felt when he would take the life of someone. And
Yeah,
the way
which is
Mark
really
Goodyear would
weird because he can
describe
only,
it felt
yes,
like he was describing it then. So
yeah,
I don't know. It
even
was
years
weird.
later. And he always said that he only spent that one time with him. And then all of a sudden he was
Right.
around and he's stalking and he's
Yeah.
doing this and he's doing that.
He's trying his new ski year on.
Yeah, my husband. What's
Anyway,
wrong,
sorry,
big girl? Come here.
Dad.
Hi, buddy.
But
Um, yeah, it's
I also was
uh,
weirded out. Let's go back to the buyer.
yeah.
Oh, I just want to squeeze Floydie's face.
Yeah, I know he's so cute.
But the buyer, what stuck out to me at one point was when so Mark Goodyear did a walkthrough and was telling them about how he sat on this couch and was looking out the window and the burn pile would be like right there in the
Yeah,
yard. And he would see like he saw a skull in it, yada yada. But then later they did another walk around through with the current homeowner, And the current homeowner was like adamant, like, oh no, he is gotta be wrong. He's wrong. It was through here. And it just okay, that stuck out to me. And it stuck out to me when the detective,
Mhm.
do you remember his name? What was his name? When he was talking with the homeowner and the
The
homeowner
detective
kept
or the coroner?
the detective,
Okay,
the
hold on.
nice mustache man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll find that.
He he really like Tyler were literally looking back and forth to each other when he was in his home and like pointing out all these things that he kept saying and like doing and whatever, and he could not explain himself and he kept stuttering and like I get that I could be way overthinking that and I hope that I am because that is just insane, but he
Yeah,
just feels like he knows more, and that could even just be maybe after all of this, Mark Goodyear's weird ass has hit him up and been like, "Can I visit the home?" Because that man is weirdly attached to that home,
no, yeah, he's
like in a
very,
creepy, weird way. It is, and that
yeah,
also is why it feels like he had to have been in on on these murders in one way or the other. Because what what other attachment to that home that you supposedly had been in only one time? You know,
exactly. No, he's very
like
attached and he knew where everything was and he knew how to do things for something that he claimed was only the one time. And that's the weird part.
yes.
And then the officers were like, "Well, why didn't he leave?"
Shoes take coming off every
Yeah. And you
time.
didn't, and you had all this time to leave. And we're talking about hours of inappropriate stuff that he's claiming is happening. And
Yeah,
he could have left at any time. He could have fled. He could have done anything. He didn't. So he does
right.
seem more of an accomplice in my head. I wouldn't put it,
You know, and there was one point he accidentally, I feel like, used the word lure. He
yeah,
said, I never murdered anyone. I never did this. I never did that. I've never lured anyone here. No one ever said anything about anyone being lured because it was
except for
always
that,
about
except for
Herb
that one guy.
finding. Right, right.
So that
Like
one
it was
guy
always
said
about
that
Herb
was
finding a
never
date
Herb. I
and them
never even
coming
knew him.
back.
Yep. I
Exactly. Yeah.
I knew that one.
So him saying lured at that point, I was like,
And
that
then
was a
yeah,
mistake. He didn't need to say
and
lured.
then the guy that was lured described Mark Goodyear to a T.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens because I'm sure his
I'm
story's not
hoping
done.
that this stays. Yeah, I'm hoping that they find so much more because it's just such a weird, odd case that I
Totally.
need to know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Well, if you guys know anything about the Fox Hollow murders, please let us know. If you have any more theories, we'd love to hear them.
yeah, I want to hear all the theories.
All the theories. Even if they're crazy to you, we might like them. But
Yeah,
let us
my
know.
theories are crazy, but
Oh, it's why they're the best. But
it's
until
fine.
then, we'll see you guys
Okay.
next time. Bye.
Bye.